Yo, what is good? My anime people, what is good, yo? Princess Rita, or Princess Connector Rita. Since it was a bikini beach episode, you know your boy had to put on a bikini. Uh, no, no weirdness. But regardless, I was gonna use a girl character to talk about the show. Always, usually. So regardless of what I say, I'm talking about the characters on screen. But yeah, with today's episode, it just kind of goes to show, like I've been saying, this anime has a way of making even these beach episodes into something entertaining, and they somehow still squeeze in these beautifully animated battle sequences where you get to see just how much talent and how much effort goes into making these attacks look absolutely amazing. Granted, if there is a manga or something that they're pulling this from and they're just doing it straight up how it looks from there, then I really want to see that. Like if they're just drawing this pretty much and the animated studio's just following along and taking it and animating it, that's amazing. The Phoenix and down to um, just seeing Grima burst and different lights and stuff like that. So I don't know. I really do enjoy the little things when it comes to this show, and I think that's one thing real people who like it, like me, are. Sorry, I keep yawning. I just woke up. They keep that the small detail part as one of their more favorite parts of the show instead of just being like, oh, okay, well, this is happening and this is happening, and it's not really telling us about the story and the two women that are trying to use or, conquer certain people in the story and whatnot. Like, what does this have to do with deserving? What does this have to do with pushing forward the narrative that we've been trying to understand this whole time? And this beach episode isn't one to do that, right? Which is fine. It, it just has to be good at the end of the day, in my opinion, and that's something it pulled off quite well because not only did we meet new characters, they also have really fun, bubbly personalities, just like our characters' group dynamic. So that's always fun to me to see is just what type of other people's group dynamics actually exist out there and what is their intention in the world, kind of like the ones that we have seen thus far when it comes down to um, one of them that just make amazing food on the beach and really have no competition because of it, and the people who are trying to compete with them are people that we know, so why not try to help them out, catch some more fish, get to enjoy themselves, and help out someone that's a friend. So that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Just when it comes down to being uh, nice to their fellow person, they're always going to be there for them, even if it doesn't have anything. Well, to be fair, a lot of it has to do with food now. I'm thinking about it. Like, every time they kind of go and do this stuff, food usually seems to be involved. So we'll have to see if that's always a continuous thing throughout their whole entire series when it comes down to the guild actually assisting people. Um, I mean, the one time it didn't have anything to do with food was last week's episode, and them helping out the girls become more like a guild than they already were, I guess you can say. But regardless of that, we're just now gonna have to watch and learn what really our background story is, because there's so much popping off in this show, like I've said, that once they always take it slow and put us in situations that have nothing to do with the actual plot, you kind of get to see how good the show could be without even using any additional stuff that's going to happen in the story sooner or later. So I do appreciate that. I think I think finding out that the cat girl couldn't swim, but yet she's still like on one of the flotation boats was pretty funny to me. It's like, if you cannot swim, please stay out of the water, especially around people who are ambiguous and they just think they can do whatever they want, whatever they want. So, of course, our princess, my favorite princess out of all of them, goes and grabs her flotation boat and pushes her super far out into the deep. And for some reason, that didn't trigger. It didn't wind up triggering the Kraken that we see going absolutely nutty this week after having someone dropped on his head. But like I'm saying, this show has a lot of potential in the grand scheme of it, not even needing the main plot to keep me involved. And I just want to see what these characters wind up doing at the end of the day is always really fun to me. And I always think, if a show can do this and if a show can pull it off well, then what would it look like? And so far, this is the first show, maybe second show. I can't think of the title of the first one, but I feel like I watched a show that felt extremely like this and had no problem keeping me involved, even though the plot itself hadn't been brought up in quite some time. So I'm definitely still looking forward to seeing what they can bring out and what's going to happen at the end of the day. So with all that being said, everybody, hope you have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. Let me know what you're feeling on this show, if you are enjoying it, if you're not, if you're just looking forward to seeing the actual plot and seeing what's going on in the background with these very powerful women who are, kind of pushing along certain people to do their bidding, or not even their bidding. One's just doing it because he needs to be down there protecting people, while the other girl seems to be doing it to better herself, and she's using any means necessary to keep an eye on the competition. So with all that being said, I will definitely talk to you guys in the next one. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I definitely want to hear from you. Your boy got to go to work though, so if I don't answer any comments straight off rip, I am just working probably, or once I get off work, I'll be able to answer all that stuff that much better. So, that being said, take care and peace.